Okay. Today we are talking about a tragedy. We're talking about something immense, something scary, something that happened just a couple of days ago, or was it yesterday? Yesterday? It was yesterday, I think. So we are talking about the Prague shooting. And my intention talking about it just now as it has happened is to, just gather round and pause while in the midst of something vast. Many young people lost their lives. They lost their lives suddenly. They went about their lives, their school time, their routines, their relationships, and one day it just ended, just like that. And it ended at the hands of one individual who had other plans. As we pick up the pieces afterwards of such an event, as we try to collect our thoughts or make sense of it, there is a high degree of confusion. It is not easy to say straight away how it feels. It can sort of feel like a storm. Right now in Sweden, we have this coming and going of an actual snowstorm. It started yesterday, and they say it will continue today and maybe even tomorrow. If we look at our 21-point STAR framework of emotional skills, there is one of the 5 difficult situations that applies to yesterday's tragedy. And that is the orange situation, that is symbolized by an exclamation mark. The situation called the acute situation. My attempt at packaging or making sense of this archetype of situation is that sometimes in life sudden and devastating things happen. I made the situation orange because it's the color of panic and crisis and fire and destruction. It is also the color of when something is very pressing, urgent, something we have to deal with right away. Not tomorrow, not next week, but straight away. So the skills in the STAR framework that go with this situation, I have developed them so as to fit with the nature of the situation. So the emotional skills for the acute situation are developed to be practical to use right here and right now within the acute situation. If we look at the triad, the corresponding triad of emotional skills for the acute situation, it is in the upper right corner of our framework. It is represented with the yellow triangle, the yellow-orange triangle. And around the triangle there are 3 emotional skills. That says 1, weight and balance, 2, diaphragm, and 3, tension. I will not go into detail for all of these 3 here in this episode because they demand more time to learn than we can do in the remaining 10 or 15 minutes. So I will try to get to the most important point. What is most effective if we're just going to do one thing? What is most effective in a situation such as this one we are in right now? So the Prague shootings happened yesterday. We are in the aftermath of it. We are in the immediate aftermath of it. So within the acute situation, we are now in a state of being shaken up, feeling at a loss, not really knowing what to do or where to go with the emotions that we got. So you cannot see it because we are still only doing audio for this show. But just now, when I made the pause right there, I got in contact with my sense of weight. I'm sitting on a wooden chair, and into my chair, down into my chair, I experience a sense of weight. I am heavy. And as we learn emotional skills, we will refine this particular skill of sensing our weight, feeling our weight. Because in acute situations, in a sudden situation where we are shocked, ambushed, attacked, caught off guard, surprised, whatever it is, our conscious sense of weight, our explicit and practical sense of weight will prove immensely valuable. I will share with you an illustrating anecdote. When I was at the local zoo here in Gothenburg, we have this sort of educating zoo, this sort of ethical, the animals are having a good time there. This sort of science park / animal zoo called, no, I'm not gonna advertise for it maybe. No, I'm not.
No.
But we have one like that here in Gothenburg.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. And when I was there last time, I was in this section of the zoo where they had these tropical birds. And they had these sort of bridges, these hanging bridges in the midst of this tropical environment. So you could sort of walk around in the canopy of the tropical trees. So you could be on the same level up in the canopy as these tropical birds. And there is no net. There's nothing between you and the birds, so you can come in direct physical contact with the birds there. And as I'm walking there, I come across this couple of birds, this male and female bird. They are very small to the size. They are maybe not super small, but I figure they are about 15 centimeters. 15 centimeters in length. And they are beautiful. So as I come across them, they're sitting on this branch. So I stop just 3 meters in front of them. And I just stop and look at them straight in the eye. Because they look at me. So there I am standing, being still, and the birds are sitting still on their branch. And we are just looking each other straight in the eye. And this male bird, he's sitting a little in front of his female. So he's sort of shielding her from me. He's protecting her. And as I have stood there for maybe 5 or 10 seconds, his non-verbals, his body language just changes. And he makes himself big and intimidating. and he makes this sound to let me know, you back off now. It was unmistakable. It was unmistakable. And in that moment, emotionally, that bird was not 15 centimeters long. He felt like he had the weight of a gorilla. When I looked in his eye and he looked in my eye, and he marked that now you better back off. He felt like he weighed 100 pounds or more, 200 pounds. And that just goes to show that our sense of weight is not our actual weight. That you can be a 15 centimeter bird and still be in touch with a sense of weight and a sense of authority that is vastly greater than your actual weight. There was no mistake that in that particular situation, the bird was in charge. He was in charge. I weigh much, much, much more than he does, but he was in charge. I was the one who had to back off. I just knew. With every cell in my body, I knew I had to back off. That is a strong anecdote. And going forward, we will look at the invisible mechanics of this. We will look at what constitutes authority. What is the deciding factors that decides who stays and who goes? Because those deciding factors are not always what we superficially think they are. I did not think that that small bird could scare me so much that he did, but he did. And we will, going forward, be looking at that. We will get in touch with a sense of weight that is useful in new ways. I think that is it, actually. Yeah. Do you have anything you want to add or something you're thinking about on the subject?
No.
Then thank you.
Thank you.